That's good.
All right, so we got a lot to do in the next several days, and in general this whole week. Who knows? It might even be more than we have on the plate as of this moment. I guess we'll just have to wait and see. But welcome to 3 straight days of wrestling here on the Popcast Network. It is Battleground Week, so we'll be talking about that, obviously, on Sunday. Tonight is Raw. Tomorrow is our live draft edition of SmackDown. And Wednesday, of course, is the very successful Wednesday Wrestling Podcast. I'm not alone. Oh no. Joined, as always, by my Popcaster panel. First off, we have Will.
Hello.
I guess somewhat we have Will. He seems extremely sleepy at this point.
Okay, let me try better. Hello! How's that?
He will be asleep within an hour, folks. We also have Travis.
Threats are part of wrestling, you know. But you gotta look at the person that's making the threats. This fat son of a bitch, he tells all of us, he's been world champions before, been in this business 15, 20 years. This fat son of a bitch is gonna try us all out. He's fat. He's wrong. I don't care if he does, I'll make him bleed.
And that's what I thought of Monday Night Raw.
And last but certainly not least, we have Ashley.
A retarded focus in WWE creative are coming.
Probably not.
Such ominous music.
They
to
think
start
they're
us off
gods.
tonight.
But they're actually cunts. Don't get it wrong, WWE creative. No pressure. You might cause the downfall of professional wrestling on television.
As we know it, yeah.
So, we are one day away from the most important night in WWE history. I can't say that with straight face. Get my inner Tony Schiavone on.
That's not even an understatement, though. If this goes
I
wrong,
know.
Ring of Honor is going to become your number one company.
Yes.
That's weird.
Yeah, I know. Especially because Ring of Honor was
In the
really close to
response
going
to
bankrupt
everyone
for a
was-
while.
To be honest, with the response that they were doing, TNA might just, until they shut their doors, TNA might, I mean, not in viewers and whatever, but
Right.
TNA might outperform WWE if they do it right in their crazy way. Not that it's good for the business, I think, but...
No, definitely not. So, we got a lot to talk about tonight. And after we get done with what was Raw, we're going to talk about the draft. Tomorrow we're going to... Okay, here's the way things are going to go. Tomorrow night we're going live at 10 o'clock p.m., right after SmackDown's over. From 10 to 11, apparently, they're doing a special draft show on the network. So Travis will be giving us live updates.
The draft show is 3 hours on the network.
I'll be watching the network feed because I bet that they'll have announcements faster than...
Basically, the 2 hours are second screen experience stuff.
Right.
When SmackDown's on. But then when SmackDown goes off the air, that'll be, I guess, what they used to call the supplemental draft, where they sort out where all the other people are going.
Right. The thing I usually would find out
People
later
you
on.
don't give a shit about because they're only on the network.
Pretty much. And a lot of people that should have been drafted on the main show that they didn't because they had to draft other people instead because they're bigger names. So we'll talk about the draft later tonight. But now, there was a Raw that happened.
Yeah, it sucked donkey balls.
I wouldn't go that far, but I mean...
Oh, the beginning was cool, and there was one good match.
There was more than one good match, first off. But we'll get to that. Ashley, take it away.
So, we open with Stephanie making her way out. And just as she's about to say, "Welcome to Monday Night Raw," Shane's music hits.
Here comes the
Joins her in
money.
the ring. Steph's all about, Shane pandering to the fans, and she can't wait to have him on SmackDown. So, he gets out of her hair and whatever. And Shane, in return, sort of goes, "Well, just be thankful that you haven't got testicles." Yeah, because that's what we need said at like 8:05 in the evening. Yeah. If you had a pair of testicles, if you were my brother, not my sister, that slap you did last week, let's just say I wouldn't, I would have retaliated. And then Stephanie goes, "Oh, well, I think you'll find that lady balls are bigger than testicles."
Plug.
She plugged for her book coming out.
By the way,
that's
don't
what
buy
it's
that
actually
book. It's gonna
called?
suck cock.
That's what it's actually called.
I don't know if it's exactly called that, but I do know for a fact that they've trademarked the term lady balls. We talked about that like months ago during the Wednesday Wrestling Popcast.
Why don't we just call the book then Chlamydia via Gonorrhea? That'll make more sense. Holy shit.
I'll take your word on that.
With respect, the only lady balls that I can think of are Serena Williams' tennis balls, and all those female golfers' golf balls, and the US soccer team's soccer ball. Yeah. I think technically women can't have balls. Otherwise, they can't be classified as women. I think it's a scientific fact. Charles Darwin may argue with me. Anyway. They build up, tonight's the GMs, and Steph goes, "Well, time for my reveal. The general manager of Monday Night Raw is..." And looky here, it's Mick Foley. And Foley thanks Steph for the opportunity and feels that the new era reminds him of the Attitude Era. "You fucking kidding me, son?" And the Monday Night Raw. "Seriously, are you fucking kidding me?" As a veteran of that period, he got to be, first-hand the witness of the death of WCW. "Vince, let it go. I can't wait for you to say that you put the nail in TNA despite the fact you never went into active competition with them. But you'll say it because it's publicity and spin." So as a veteran of that period, he got the urge to become part of this new era and wants to take Raw to the future and beyond. So he's Buzz Lightyear. So Shane congratulates Mick and Stephanie on the announcement, and then Shane says, "Well, my candidate epitomizes what I want, breaking the glass ceiling and the underdog. So of course, my general manager is..."
Dude,
Oh,
check it out! It's Maleficent.
we're gonna build a Hell in a Cell around the ring. We're gonna keep those filthy Mauro Ranallos out. We're gonna make SmackDown great again.
Okay.
Nah, just kidding.
It's Maleficent.
Wait, wrong show. Sorry, Owen.
I will say, this was a surprise, but WWE ruined this fucking last week. If people had the WWE Network, they got an article doing the point preview for what's coming up for Raw that night, which was last week when they did the whole Shane Stephanie stuff. And the headline for SmackDown Live was yes, yes, yes.
It mentioned Brian by name.
Yep. Great fucking job there, WWE. So Brian goes, did you miss me? And of course the fans go. When that pop happened for Brian, I can't tell whether it was fake.
It was Rhode Island. I don't know how it would be like actual though. That's the thing.
It seemed a bit too Rory. I don't mean McElroy the golfer or the racing car. All these shows much better than fucking Raw at the minute. As the fans missed him, of course, but they were like, yes. And, he missed them as much. For a long time, he wasn't sure that he was comfortable getting back in the ring, but then Shane called him, and all the ideas and approaches that Shane came up with him won Daniel Bryan over. SmackDown's the underdog in his fight, just like he was in his wrestling. And then he says how he didn't beat Triple H at WrestleMania 30. We did it, as in him and the fans and everybody. When he won the title at WrestleMania 30, same thing. And he says the same will happen for SmackDown. Stephanie, in turn, congratulates Shane and Daniel on the announcement. And then just with a little sort of shot fired. And that's saying it's fair, a B-plus general manager for a B-plus show. So already on air, we're trying to acknowledge the fact that SmackDown is a shit show.
Pretty much.
I don't see this going wrong. Oh wait, it already fucking is. Holy shit. Shane and Steph have a quick hug because I guess Shane is sweating. Arms are sweaty, mom's spaghetti.
Mom and I'm a sweaty, mom spaghetti, mom spaghetti, mom spaghetti.
It's all about mom spaghetti. That's all that matters.
He keeps on forgetting
and then
spaghetti.
Shane with a little swipe of his own said, the only reason he made it this far in the business is because you married Triple H. And then says SmackDown will take down Raw. So, the thing is, the Foley thing was nice, the Bryan thing was nice, but the fact that it just petered out into, yeah, we'll take you down. Play the fucking music. Oh. This big announcement, and it just went. It's like the whole cheering that goes on for too long. It's like yeah. And then this one person just keeps going for too long at the end, going, woo! That's what it felt like.
Yeah.
Like you were patting yourself on the back way too much. We're in day. This is like E3. This is day 0. Nothing's happened yet. We've got to wait till day 1 when things actually happen. And then it will get interesting. Let's hope. But we'll get to that and whatever. But yeah, what a surprise. A 20-minute opening promo segment that was talking.
God,
Way! New era, fuck off!
Oh, God, I hope we don't do this every single week.
Well, we won't if we choose to. Well, I don't know. Depending how the draft goes, we may have to work out whether we're covering Raw and SmackDown. Or SmackDown, or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, if they split up Owens and Zayn, which they probably will, we're fucked.
Yep. I got a feeling they're going to put more of the people I care about on SmackDown.
Which that's good, because SmackDown's going to be the best show in the world.
Well, with respect, I mean, we'll get to it later, but even before that, you could sort of tell that Seth was always going to be a Stephanie person, and Ambrose was always going to be a Shane guy. So in essence, as your figureheads at the top, they're sensible picks. And to be quite honest, I mean, we'll get to that. That's draft stuff. But I've just got an interesting feeling that because of Roman's suspension, he might not be named till later.
Wouldn't surprise me.
You know, further on into the show. Further on into the show. So it's actually sort of played into their hands. It's not like, well, he's the number one pick. It's like, because of his drug issues, he goes down there at the middle, but then, you know, the Roman marks can talk about that. We might as well talk about it because pretty much every segment that they just talked about the draft, in every match, it was just draft.
We'll talk
SmackDown's
about
live
that.
draft.
Draft.
Baron Corbin video package. Why the
draft.
fuck did we get that? Why the fuck we got a Baron Corbin video package? I don't know.
God.
So let's start with match of the night.
Oh yeah.
Well, let's start with the bookenders for match of the night, or one of the bookenders for match of the night, I should say. The tag match. Jericho teaming up with Kevin Owens to take on Swiss Canada of Sami Zayn and Cesaro.
This match was
Nothing.
great. Absolutely great. No surprise, no shock. One of my favorite parts of the beginning of the match, like, it was right after the commercial break. We see Kevin Owens has Sami Zayn on the middle rope, and he boots him into the side of the head, and then Kevin Owens does the Bill Jacobson thumbs up and takes a selfie with the crowd with Sami Zayn. I thought that was great. So it went back and forth for quite a while. Cesaro finally got the tag in. He hits the flying body press on Jericho. And Jericho ends up trying to go for the walls, but he gets countered into the swing. But Owens awkwardly runs into Jericho. Sammy comes in and basically he catches Owens with the palm chop into the wrist lock, into the rope walk swinging DDT. And Jericho rolls up Sammy, reverse Sammy with a small package for the 3 count because obviously Kevin Owens wasn't legal. And match over. This match was awesome. Great stuff here. I really enjoyed it. I don't mind this happening. Jericho seems to be the one that you would think wouldn't fit in this match, but I thought he worked just fine. Great stuff, and I cannot wait for Owens and Zayn, their final battle on the WWE roster on Sunday. Looking forward to that. Travis?
It was a pretty good match. This Raw sucked for me.
Well,
I really hated it.
Pretty good tag match. Of course, I'm guessing this will make sense. For a match between Owens and Zayn, you'll expect more and nothing less from these two. And the selfie was amazing.
yeah, it delivered in every way possible.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, like Jericho, I mean, like you said, Owen, you look at Jericho and say, oh, he couldn't fit, but he did. He got in some pretty good stuff in this match, and so did Cesaro. But overall, decent tag match.
Good stuff. Ashley will give his thoughts later.
Oh, did he drop?
Yep.
Right now, right like at the beginning of the show.
Which the great thing about this is I don't focus on promos, I focus on matches, so this is going to be a fun show. So I guess I'm going to have to find results here. Yay. Live television. So, yay, Ashley's returned. Ashley. Thoughts on the opening match?
Chirp, 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 chirp. He has to be there because I'm hearing a reverb.
What are we singing Queen Bitch by David Bowie for?
Thoughts on the opening match?
Solid. Really liked it. Probably because it's those 4 guys because they can wrestle.
Exactly.
There's not much that I could say for the rest of the night, bar probably the main event.
Okay. Up next, we had.
Hang on. Go back to my notes. Oh yeah.
Oh.
People talking with Daniel backstage. I can't remember who it was.
Jack Swagger in glasses.
Basically. Oh yeah, Jack Swagger in glasses. You were going on about.
Golden Truth and Titus O'Neil.
The whole idea is pretty much every segment that you saw that happened backstage was just general manager is talking with talents. Other general manager / commissioner comes in and talks with them. So for this one, it was Daniel and Stephanie. And Stephanie makes fun of Daniel, and Daniel does the same. Basically, it's just filler. This will not be on the Hulu version.
Oh my god.
You're idiots.
I want to see the Hulu version of this show, to be honest.
So then Del Rio's coming out, and they recap Darren Young winning the Battle Royal, and I'm going, wait, what? You think appropriate material for a WWE show is Del Rio taking on Darren Young? So yeah, it's worth noting. Del Rio is a 4-time world champion.
Yep.
Is it 3 or 4?
It's one of the two.
Yeah. And spoilers, this guy lost in 4 minutes. A world champion lost in 4 minutes
4 times, yeah.
to Darren Young in 4 minutes.
Oh, WWE.
This match.
Bob Backlund must be giving bloody Darren the same PEDs that Brock's using, allegedly.
Ooh. This match was sloppy.
Allegedly.
Yeah. Gotta cover your bases. This match was sloppy. This match was short. This match was there was a really nasty looking overhead release belly to belly suplex that almost dropped Del Rio on his head. Not good stuff at all. Not a good night. So we get to the finish here, and of course the Miz and Maurice are on commentary, and Miz gets up on the apron, and he gets knocked off because Darren Young goes for the O'Connor roll, and he used the good old-fashioned O'Connor roll into the Backlund Bridge, which is how Bob Backlund used to win matches. So I mean, it makes sense he's using that. If you're building this for the match against the Miz, I understand, it makes sense, but I don't understand what direction they're going with this. If they take the title off the Miz, I wouldn't be shocked, but I kind of think his character at this point needs to have the title. It makes more sense, especially until they start building up a challenger that wasn't just kind of thrown in there for like a couple weeks of barely any build-up.
Keep in mind how many young people are going, who the fuck is this Bob Backlund guy?
Yeah, the people that don't do their research and know their history and...
Well, hang on. Travis.
Yes.
Who is Bob Backlund?
I want to hear this. I don't know if Travis knows this, actually.
The guy who's making Darren Young great again.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Hang on. Can I help him out, guys? He tried to run for president,
This is correct.
Yeah.
and oh, man, my history is a little bit tarnished,
You
but
don't
isn't
know the
he?
best one.
Isn't he?
And no, I don't mean his WWE title reign / WWF.
Mm.
I mean the fact that he lost in a game of chess at WrestleMania to Jonathan Taylor Thomas.
Yes.
Wait, what?
He was a 6-man tag team champion for War with Scott Putski and the Warlord.
Did someone send me this WrestleMania that he lost a chess match?
Oh my
There's the
god.
clips available.
Yeah, there's clips available somewheres.
I must see Bob Backlund lose.
He legit ran for Congress in Connecticut, but he didn't get in. I mean, Bob Backlund has done a lot, obviously, and this is one of the things that's interesting to see what they're doing with it, but I don't know. I mean, Darren Young, I'm happy they're doing something with him. He deserves it, but I don't know what they're doing. I don't know if the end game is him to beat The Miz. I guess because obviously Titus can get the job done with Rusev, and I don't think Darren Young is going to necessarily be pushed to get one over on The Miz. So, I mean, I've been wrong before, but I can't see Darren Young winning.
It doesn't seem to be on YouTube, but it's part of WrestleMania 11, Travis. If you watch the network,
Okay.
it was one of the segments during WrestleMania 11.
I know, Will. I
Sounds-
really wanted one of those buttons, but they didn't have them for sale. When I went to SummerSlam 1995, it was like I really wanted to get one of those campaign buttons. Apparently, John Cena's going to be on SportsCenter.
Yay. With our best friend, Jonathan Coachman.
And then became long promo o'clock. So, Ashley, it's all you.
Yeah.
John Cena
John
equals
Cena comes
Grumpy
out.
Cat.
No, because that would have
Yes.
turned
Thank you,
Natalia on.
Hang on, let me do my research. Owen.
So yeah, Cena cuts a promo on the whole. The fact. Oh, we just had the commissioner announcements last week, the GM announcements tonight. Tomorrow's the draft, and Sunday's Battleground. The club doesn't stand a chance because you can't see me, because I'll be with the certified G's. And then Tony Khan make their entrance and make fun of the club, saying that we're the best trio around, better than the Three Tenors, the Three Musketeers, Destiny's Child, Wu-Tang Clan, Run
How you
DMC,
doing? How you
How you
doing?
doing?
the 3 Degrees,
How you doing?
How you doing?
the Supremes.
How you doing?
And Cena's just like, stop! It's gotta be serious here. And by the way, the Wu-Tang Clan had 20 people in it, so that isn't even accurate.
That was great.
And it's like, yes! This is why they shouldn't have been pushed in this manner. Oh shit. Cena's actually making sense for once. Cena's like, no, it's not a time to make jokes and ends his cast, but that's what we do. But don't worry, we may be joking around, but we're ready to get it done and get the business done when it comes to the time. And club, there's only one word that sums you up, and I'm going to spell it out. We ain't got none. whatever it is. What's the line in the song that the club has?
They don't want none.
They don't want none. There we go.
God.
So the club come out and they make fun of the fact that you're going to be facing us on Sunday and you're already at loggerheads. It makes sense considering what you met a couple of weeks back in catering, eating sweets. And I'm like, when the fuck do they serve sweets in catering? Yeah, that's really good edible food. You know. Yeah, get the catering truck. No, fuck the spaghetti. Fuck the lasagna. You know. Fuck the chicken curry. Just get a fucking M&Ms. I'll do. And some Skittles. Gotta get some Skittles. Because we got Keith Apicari's coming. Tonight they say we're gonna beat up John Cena. But not just that, we're also gonna beat up Enzo, beat up Cass, and beat up the New Day. Oh, Providence!
Don't you dare be sour.
Don't you dare be a
Fucktard.
Skittle sour. Clap for your world famous Final Deletion rip-off 2-time champs. And feel the title change coming on Sunday.
There's some new
It's a new
champs.
champ
Yes,
down the
there
line.
is.
Yes, it's a new champ. It's a new champ down the line. Yes. And they say they cut a promo on the club and then briefly talk about their time at the compound. And the club like, that was crazy. Oh, they're behind you. Oh, got you. And Xavier goes, you might mock us. And the fact is, any normal man would buckle under the mind games of the Wyatt family. But the New Day are not ordinary men. Because they are the WWE World Tag Team copies of the Final Deletion.
And like Owen said, they wear nasty, wannabe nasty boy ring gear.
No, they wear Lisa Frank gear.
And this is why I now have a respect for the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega. Because they're actually putting videos out where they're just being themselves and honestly talking. Like, did you know the number one shop in America, the number one shop in Japan is 7-Eleven? Amazingly. Then New Day get in the ring and go to Cena, You do know how you doing thing works, don't you? And Cena's like, no. Xavier, mentions, well, I am a Pokemon Go level 20 master.
21.
I don't know what team he said he was on. Whether it was Mystic or Balor Club or whatever the other one is, I can't remember.
Instinct. Instinct sucks. I'm
I think
pretty
he's
sure
Valor.
he's Valor.
So then it goes, Charmander,
How you doing?
Bulbasaur,
How you doing?
How you doing?
Squirtle,
How you doing?
How you doing?
Blastoise,
How you doing?
Caterpie,
How
How you doing?
Metapod,
How you doing?
Ghastly,
How you doing?
Pikachu,
How you
How
doing?
you doing?
Raichu,
How you doing?
Charmeleon,
How you
Can't
doing?
fucking find you.
Charizard,
How you doing?
Ivysaur,
Can't
How you
fucking find
not
you.
and the scene is just like, whoa! Calm the fuck down! can we stop this? Because, and then Big E goes, because
New
Day
Day rocks. New Day rocks.
And it's just, it's like, and then the Wyatts mute, stop! And then they go to commercial as they're coming out, so, you know. Bray, although you're a great talker, shut the fuck up and wrestle!
Yeah, it's weird, because normally they get at least a little bit of promo time. Nope, not this time.
But, you know, I compare Cena to Grumpy Cat, but in a really good way, because it's like, this is the closest thing we're going to get to heel Cena.
Yeah.
And it was awesome.
I loved it.
Because he was literally like, stop being fucking childish! To quote Randy Savage, be a man, not Hulk Hogan. No, I don't. Yeah, be a man in brackets, not Hulk Hogan. Because that needs to be redacted out the line because it doesn't work in terms of. God damn it, Randy Savage. So yeah, you'll after 20 minutes of build-up, because that's pretty much how much this got, give or take. We have a 12-man tag match.
Yep.
With Cena, Enzo Amore, Big Cass, Xavier Woods, Big E, and Kofi Kingston taking on AJ Styles, Carl Anderson, Luke Gallows, Bray Wyatt, Eric Rowan, and name redacted because he needs to not be drafted in the roster and, you know, go back to the swamp. He looks like a fucking flounder man.
What?
I need to get that clip. I need to get that Boston Fisherman clip again.
I have no idea what you are talking about.
He looks like a what?
I need to get the clip of the Boston Fisherman.
Hang on, let me look this up. Boston
I need
Fisherman.
to get the.
Hang on, let me.
Don't trust me, I'll get it. You just talk, I'll get the clip. All right.
All right, let's talk about the match itself. Typical 12-man tag you get on a house show or a dark match of a television taping. Whole lot of craziness goes on. Finishers galore goes real long here. One of the things was Cass came in like a house of fire, and he worked over AJ, and he hit the scoop slam and the Empire elbow. The big splash, he went for the fall-away slam, but Braun cut him off, and Braun shoves Xavier Woods when he gets in the ring. So Kofi gets trouble in Paradise, which connects awkwardly, and Big E clotheslines him over the top. Eric Rowan with a spinning heel kick. Kofi with the Rana to Rowan. Kofi goes for SOS, countered into the big-time Uranagi from Bray Wyatt. And he eats the missile drop kick courtesy of Xavier Woods, and he hits Tope con Hilo on the Wyatts on the outside. AJ goes for the springboard forearm, but he lands on his feet, and Cass with a big boot. They set up NBA Jam, but he gets stopped by Gallows coming in. Cena AAs him for good measure. Anderson makes Cena eat the spine buster, and Enzo breaks out the Scotty 2 Hottie flying DDT. Shout out. And Kofi dives on Strowman from the ring steps to the outside. On the outside, the Wyatts and the New Day brawl to the back, and this allows for AJ to be left in the ring with Enzo. Spinning back kick goes for the Styles Clash, but Enzo escapes, and he accidentally clotheslines John Cena, which leads to Enzo getting caught with the leaping enziguri kick and the Styles Clash for the 3 count. Club win, and deservingly so. This match was fine. I didn't have a problem with it. It basically tied up a lot of loose ends for the pay-per-view, a lot of build-up for Battleground, because if you put everything together, then it'll make sense, right? So they also tease a little bit of tension with Enzo hitting the clothesline on Cena. even though that clothesline was everything but SAWFT. So it was fine. It was an okay match. Very surprised on the placement on the card. I would have put this a little bit later, but there was a method to the madness, I guess. Travis?
Yeah. No.
Well,
I feel like this should have been the main event for some reason. But then I remembered, then we have the WWE World Title match, or excuse me, the WWE title match. Maybe put this match before the championship match, but it's, I don't know, but okay match. I mean, it wasn't good, it wasn't bad. I mean, like Owen said, Big Cass, big ol' House of Fire, the standoff between him and Braun. I would love to see a match between these two. But
You want to see a
wait.
match between the fucking Flounder and Big Cass?
Welcome back, Ashley.
Fucking Flounder? Here's the evidence.
Jay, stop. Here it is, right here, Jay. Oh, man, look at this fucking thing. Holy shit. What is that fucking thing? Oh, that's a flounder, man. Let's pull it in, Jay. Come on. Jay, we can get some big money for that if it's a fucking fish, buddy. Come on. Let's fucking hook that shit, and we'll be on the fucking news, man. Come on, man. Let's get that thing. I don't know what the fuck it is. What is that thing?
This epitomizes Braun Strowman perfectly.
It's dying.
Yeah, it's dying. Braun Strowman's dying.
Holy shit. Will you look at this shit?
Yeah,
Oh my god, Jay.
this is perfect.
Jay, look at this fucking thing.
Jey Uso, this is, by the way.
Jay, let's get it. Let's get it.
He's dying.
Oh man, Jay, that is a fucking, that's a tuna, bro. No, Jay, that's a tuna or something. Jay, look at it. Come on.
This is what you did, Cena. This is your people.
Oh man, Jay, let's pull it in, dude. Look at that fucking thing. Oh my god. Holy shit. Oh my god, man. We have seen some shit we ain't never seen before. But let's get that fucking thing in this boat, Jay. Come on. Yeah.
And that's why Braun Strowman is a fucking flounder.
good God. So, thoughts on the match before we move forward?
Clusterfuck.
Yeah, didn't feel right.
These multi-man matches work in Mexico because it's Mexico.
Right.
Something like this, no. You know, the 8-on-8 elimination that they did a few weeks back didn't work because one, it isn't Chicago, and two, it isn't Mexico. Because people go, wait, 8-on-8 elimination? You know, they're only used to at the most 5-on-5, if they even have one at bloody Survivor Series.
Correct.
So, yeah. I don't know. I don't entirely know what the purpose was. Other than filler.
Oh yeah, a lot of filler tonight. Speaking of that, we get Seth Rollins in an empty arena before the show.
This wasn't filler. This was actually pretty awesome.
This made sense too.
And Rollins in an empty arena saying, you know, together, Roman, Dean, and myself, you know, we were there, kicking out, taking names with the Shield. But the thing is, Dean and Roman were all just pawns, in my game plan. And when the time was ready, I cut my losses, left them behind, got the Money in the Bank briefcase, and got the belt. And then it was only because his knee buckled under carrying the entire company on his own back that he lost it. And he came back stronger than ever, and will be back again at Battleground to right the wrongs. Now, Dean is a thief, you know. He rightfully won that belt off Roman at Money in the Bank. And then Dean took it from him in the blink of an eye. And tonight, he's putting an end to Dean's fairy tale title run. And it's like, wow. That's why Rollins should not be heel.
Exactly.
Oh, my word. So then after break, Shane is talking backstage, again scouting. Foley comes in and basically says to Mick, you know, why are you working with her? You know, I didn't think this would be your kind of thing. And to be quite honest, I think she chose you because she thinks that she can manipulate you pretty easily. And Foley goes, with respect, you know, I don't think that's the case at all. And, you know, the fact that I see in Stephanie passion and opportunity that she wants to get. And they both head off scouting for more talents. It's like, fill up! Monday night, fill up! And speaking of filler, Baron Corbin's wrestling. Oh, wow, sorry. In inverted commas, wrestling. Billy Corgan, Baron Corbin. Taking on Sin Cara, which in about 90 seconds results in the end of days.
Yep.
That's all that's worth noting about the match.
Yeah, there's no reason to talk about this match at all.
It wasn't as bad. It wasn't as bad as Del Rio versus Darren Young, but that's because it went shorter, probably.
Yes. You are correct.
And Baron basically
And Del
continues
Rio
to...
wasn't in this match, so it was perfect.
Well, that's your opinion. That's the thing. That's your opinion on that issue. But then again, either way, you know, Baron continues to go after Sin Cara. Kalisto's music hits, well, which is, I guess, Sin Cara's music, whatever. Tries to come out and make the save, and gets laid out by Corbin. And Corbin just looks over him going, oh shit, I just shat my pants. Better go to the back. Somebody get some Depends. I've heard Vince has got quite a lot.
They went on.
Shoot.
Yeah, they went on Facebook and broke up as a tag team. Yet Kalisto still comes out for the save.
So
Yes.
I get that the Lucha Dragons weren't announced together on the draft, but, like, really?
They broke up this morning on Facebook.
Because they're going to be on the same brand anyway, because they're going to be on the same fucking brand anyway, because the Cruiserweight division... Oh, that's the other thing!
Yep.
So, they mention it one tiny fucking time, a bit later on, but at the top of the second hour, they make the announcement online that Monday Night Raw is going to be the exclusive home for the Cruiserweight division. They haven't mentioned whether there's actually going to be a belt on the line somewhere. But the idea is the small guys, you're going to be seeing wrestling each other on there. Which was sort of teased because Stephanie did mention about the Cruiserweight Classic and whatever at the start of the show, but they didn't build anything with that. It was just, oh, yeah, they're going to be on here. Whereas that should be billed as a big thing. And it was just, yeah, they're going to be on there. It's like, what are you doing? Do you not want people to fucking care about either of your brands? You know, your big announcements are just, yeah, they announced on the website that they're doing a thing. Check it out there if you want. Nah. Meanwhile, we're going to talk about not what this match is that's happening in the ring right now. Oh my God, Roman Reigns, what a druggie.
Drugs are good.
Drugs bad, okay.
My name's Roman, and I like drugs. Drugs are good.
Speaking of something that wasn't bad, we had the women's tag team match.
Hang on.
Oh, I thought you were going to say, I'm not a good guy, I'm not a bad guy. I am...
No, if we're talking about drugs, I need to get the bit from fucking Little Kuribo. Little Kuribo's Mark remark. That was awesome from last week. God damn it, where is it? Pause it. Turn it down. Try and skip in the video to where it fucking is. And then the video freezes. Fucking brilliant. Please work. Because it's so fucking hilarious. I should have had more preparation for this, but it's... God damn it, my tablet.
Too much porn.
It's not that.
No, that's Cleveland.
Title against Seth Rollins, but will his chances of success go up in smoke, or will he be able to drug Seth Rollins through the dirt? Roman cracks down on Seth early in the match, but then Seth needles Roman on, and both men provide joint offense. Roman is surprised that Seth isn't just some weed that needs trimming. In fact, Seth is practically shooting up the pace with his high maneuvers. Roman tries forcing like the roach that he is, but then Seth chokes Roman down with a devastating pedigree. Roman is unable to withdraw from the match, and before he can hit Seth with so much as a monkey flip on his back, Seth hookers Roman in and busts him for possession of his WWE Championship. Faster than you can say, Roman Reigns violated the wellness policy and has been suspended for 30 days. Okay, so that last one wasn't very subtle.
Okay, last week.
That was good. I'll give him that.
I like the deliverance on that last one. Even how'd it go? Oh god, it's just.
Okay, that last bit was a bit too. That last one wasn't subtle enough. Oh hell, Little Kuribo. Mark remark. Go find it here on the YouTubes. It's really good piss take of everything. One joke was so good, he was laughing all the way to Euro Disney.
Oh, wow.
It's that. Oh.
That's great. All right.
Yeah, I just wanted to do that there, just because it was brought up, because we brought up Roman. So your third hour main event. Wow, your top of the third hour main event.
All right.
Is Sasha Banks and Becky Lynch versus Charlotte and Dana Brooke.
Oh, it was good. It was going fine for a while.
About 4 minutes.
Yeah, but then Natalya shows up and ruins the match. So there's a DQ, and they beat up Sasha, and Charlotte hits a natural selection on Sasha, leaves her laying. This match was more about the beatdown and the fact that we have two women's matches on the pay-per-view on Sunday. And throwing them together. I don't know why they're not doing the 6 women tag match on SmackDown.
Does it make too much sense?
Exactly.
That's why.
It was going fine before the interference, so I mean, it was like a solid 3 minutes, and then all of a sudden it became more storyline than anything else. Travis?
Why is this happening? I don't understand anymore.
See, well, my favorite parts here was we're watching the show like we always do, and Travis was wondering, like, kept talking about Bailey, and the funny thing about this segment was they put like elongated time to where there could be something that would happen. There'd be a run-in. There'd be some sort of a save. Nope, they played Turtles music and the segment ended.
Yeah, you fuckers.
Gotta save everything for later. Will?
I mean, that's it.
All right. Travis, long day. Ashley?
Wow, the Divas division is alive and well.
Yeah, unfortunately.
It never ends.
Oh, God, no, it doesn't.
But then this fat son of a bitch, I'll make you bleed.
Oh, we get another promo. This time it's Dean Ambrose with shaky cam.
No, we got Daniel Bryan talking. We got Daniel Bryan talking with Kane. Don't forget that bit.
Oh, I kind of want to.
Yes,
We don't hear
Dean
what was
Ambrose
said.
with the Dean
Yeah,
Ambrose.
Dean Ambrose going old school Shield.
Old school Shield.
Gorilla style in the back. Robbie Marino interviewing Zandig.
Yes.
Actually, yeah. I mean, let's be honest. That this is probably what Dean actually said in the promo, because I didn't get it exactly.
This is Robbie Marino, CZW with Zandig. Oh my God, what the fuck just happened?
What do you mean what happened? What are you, blind? Jesus! There was 5 of them! It took 5 of them! Justice Pain! Oh, Hate Club! Oh, the Hate Club's dead! Nick Cage! Nate Hatred! Who do you think you are? Nobody does this to Zandig! Nobody does this to Whitebeater! Zandig, Whitebeater, Nick Mondo! We're the most ultraviolet force on the face of the earth! Oh my! Oh! Yo, you're gonna die! You are gonna die! I guarantee it! I am gonna kill you! Stop! You people have not seen anything! This is just the start of fake UTV! I am the ultraviolet icon! This is Robbie Marino! This is CZW, the most violent federation on the face of the earth! You just wait and see how far we're gonna go. I'm out of here.
Yeah. I wonder how far SmackDown and Raw are going to go to stink up the ratings.
I'm out of here. Your semi-main event was up next.
Yeah.
The supposed to never team together again, not League of Nations team of Rusev and Sheamus taking on the culmination of Z True Long Island story.
5 years in the making.
Good God, yes. This was fun. I didn't have a problem with this match, obviously, because I'm biased, given the fact who was involved in the
case
match.
people don't know, we mean Ziggler and Zack Ryder.
Yes. So this match ends up going... It goes short. A lot shorter than I thought it would. So, Zack Ryder with the Cactus Clothesline on Sheamus. Got to get some brownie points to join Raw, obviously. And it's a little thing sometimes. Dolph hits the roll-up on Rusev for the near fall, and he gets caught with the hot shot and the JCVD kick and the accolade, and Dolph taps out. Good thing about this was, number one, Zack showed some fire, and he didn't get pinned, he didn't get beat, so he can still win on Sunday, so that's a good thing. This is fine. This match was okay for what it was. If they're really committing to building up Zack Ryder, then I'm down 100%. if WWE will give me a feud with Ryder and Ziggler versus Fandango and Breeze, I'm definitely down with that idea. That needs to happen now. Don't know why it hasn't. I hope that does end up being the case. But yeah, it's just solid tag match. I enjoyed it. There's a very big emphasis on the tag team division. So you take that how you want, and we'll see how it goes as of tomorrow's draft. Travis?
The match was good. I just realized that the thing that happened in Louisville at the end is on WWE's YouTube page.
Of course it is.
Wow.
Of course it is.
And it's literally right behind where I was, so I'm not on YouTube on that. Oh darn.
Well,
Go ahead, Ashley.
I just saw a tweet that was very interesting. From somebody tweeting here. Hang on, see if I can find it. It disappeared. One person said flip from Raw because the hottest heel in the business just walked out on CNN. I guess that's referring to Trump's wife. Where is it? God damn it. I'll send Shane McMahon $5 if he mocks Foley for having a son-in-law that's sitting front row dressed as a clown. Ouch.
every red-blooded male wrestling fan in the world will tell you right away that there is no marriage yet. Will,
That's a true Holy Foley moment.
No lie. Will, thoughts on the match real quick?
Knowing that a marriage will come soon.
Much to the chagrin of everyone. Frank the Clown is the biggest heel in professional wrestling.
Yeah, but I mean, hey. Match was, Wait, which match are we talking about? I lost,
Jiminy Christmas, the tag match.
The fourth tag match.
Tag match,
Dolph Ziggler?
Oh, waste of time. Waste of time. Now, let me play my favorite theme music.
I'm so confused.
CFO dollar. You CFO dollar.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Why did you play that, Will?
Why is it half your songs sound epic and the other ones sound like fucking MIDI songs that were done on a Nokia 3310 in 1998?
Yep, that's pretty much
There's
true.
no consistency.
Nope.
Like half of them you can hear, like they crackle on it. It's like, holy shit. You recording that off cassette tape?
Oh my god.
Match was okay.
Yeah.
It did what it had to do, and basically was realizing, one, where the fuck is Apollo Crews? And two, this United Nations thing is doing better when they're not United Nations than when they were United Nations.
This is correct.
Barrett got out the best time.
God. Alright, it is time for a killer promo, which actually was up next.
Alright, let's get it right. Up next, it's the WWE title match. Then they show John Cena at the ESPYs after adverts. And then Ascension talking with Foley backstage, and Brian comes in, and they both congratulate on their job and basically hope that each other does well, but obviously not as well as they would do. And let the games begin. Yeah, Foley using Shane's line. Yeah, I don't know about that. And then Dean makes his way out. And the main event is next. This time. Hopefully. Honest. They keep doing that. It's like, yeah, the match is next. And then 4 minutes later, we're going to commercial, but the match is next. Like, make up your fucking mind, son. So then we're back. Seth gets the introductions. Well, Seth comes out. Lillian makes the introductions. And they've given about 25 minutes to half an hour for this one match. That's rather surprising.
Right.
Then again, it's because we know tonight is the true main event of this week. Because next Sunday, you're going to be cheering Seth, cheering Dean, and the opposite of cheering Roman.
Yes.
Of which, by the way, cheap plug for Mark Remark as well, there are plenty of explanations as to what the crowd noises are when Roman is wrestling, and proving that they are not boos. They're very entertaining in themselves. I suggest you check them out.
Very true. All right. Main event time. WWE Championship on the line. Dean Ambrose defending against Seth Rollins. Solid match. No doubt in my mind it was a solid match. Some really great stuff here. We'll come back from the commercial, and we'll go into what we've got here. So Rollins goes for the buckle bomb, and Ambrose counters into a Rana. He goes for the boot, goes for the dirty deeds, reverse into a catapult. I think this was awesome because this is the cat-like reflexes of Seth Rollins. He lands on the buckle, leaps over the top, and he's on the top rope, goes for the frog splash, he misses, and we got a double down. And they fought back. Ambrose gets a couple running forearms. He gets caught with a side kick. And a lot of people didn't really like this, but at this point, Rollins went for Kawada kicks, which you don't get to see very much, especially in a WWE ring. They didn't look as like tight as they should have, but I mean they got the job done. He misses one last punt kick, and Ambrose catches him with a headbutt, and he nails the Ghetto Blaster into the Nigel, who gets countered into the Buckle Bomb, which gets countered into the Dirty Deeds. 1-2, right at 3, Rollins puts his foot on the bottom rope. They go back and forth for a while, and Ambrose ends up eventually heading up top. He dives off, going for the standing elbow drop. He gets caught with a boot and a pedigree, kick out right before 3. Pedigree is countered into a jackknife cover for a near fall. And, of course, Rollins realizes that to kick Dean Ambrose is probably a bad idea, but he's not thinking. So he kicks him right into the Nigel. He heads up top, and he gets up going for the superplex into the Falcon Arrow, but of course that doesn't happen this time. Ambrose shoves him off, and they bump the ref. So at this point, he runs up, goes for the superplex. Ambrose rolls it into a small package. Both sets of shoulders are down. Ref counts 1, 2, 3. Match ends. So what ends up happening is a couple of things. Steph gets in the ring, hugs Rollins, announces Rollins is the new champion. Rollins wins, and Ambrose is arguing, and we pretty much go off the air with Rollins holding the title in the air and still champion, and now is the new champion. So everybody's arguing in the ring. Unbeknownst to anyone, thankfully I saw this on Twitter, I wouldn't even known this happened. They said, turn to the network right now. And sure enough, if you check the network on Twitter, you will see that what ended up happening was they went live right after the Raw actually ended on USA. And when they went live, the referee watched the replay of the match, and he declared the match a draw, since it was a double pin, and they gave Ambrose back the title. So Rollins goes to attack, he gets caught, he gets hit with the dirty deeds, and sends the fans home happy. The issue with this is they should have did this finish on television. Why make us go to the network when no one knew it was going to happen like that? It didn't say Michael Cole didn't end the show by saying, "Oh, by the way, go over to the network. We're out of time, but we got something to tell you," or something to the extent of that. No, it was kind of like, "And we're out of time. We'll see you next week on WCW Monday Nitro," and that's how we ended the show. And if you didn't know any better, like the people that just like bombed out and said, "I'm going to bed," they didn't even know that Ambrose got the title back. That's bad planning right there.
Well, it cut off, didn't it? They didn't show it on video, did they?
It's on the network. Well, it was on the network. Because right after Raw goes off the air, they apparently went right to the network and they showed the decision being overturned. This feed on the network ended with Ambrose with the title, and he's raising it in the air on the middle buckle. I don't mind this. The match was awesome. Felt really good between these two. Like I told Ashley, I think this is the match that the crowd really wants to see. So they're giving us this match tonight because Roman being involved is probably going to take down the match a little bit. I mean, I think that the match is going to deliver on Sunday, but I mean, because Roman is going to have his working boots on because he's got a lot of people watching him right now, and he's going to have to deliver on Sunday without a doubt. And if he doesn't, then it's going to be a bad time. But yeah, I mean, that's the singles match people wanted to see. That's the wrestling match people wanted to see. And now the Shield 3-way can go through on Sunday. They can get it out of the way, and then they can move on. But with the rumors stating that Rollins and Roman is set for SummerSlam with the title on the line, it's anyone's guess. But yeah, I don't understand why you need to bump the ref if you're going for a double pin finish. Because clearly both sets of shoulders were down. The referee didn't have to go down in order to make that more obvious. I mean, they're setting up the new champions, and I mean, it makes sense. Let's say Ambrose goes to a brand. He's the champion, and Stephanie, of course, says, well, he's the uncrowned champion, so I'm going to give him a title instead. And then we'll probably get a blue version of the WWE Championship for the SmackDown title, or they'll bring back the World Heavyweight Championship, which is more likely. Which I find it ironic that as much as Vince degrades WCW, at the end of the day, he still uses the NWA title. Travis, thoughts?
Oh, it was a good match. I think that if they did keep the ruling going to the Battleground match, Roman would have won, and then they would have flipped it back to Dean the night after Mania, night after Battleground. And then it would be next pay-per-view SummerSlam, so it would be the triple threat again for, I would say both titles, but it's not happening.
Thankfully, that's not going to happen, and unfortunately, Ambrose's run with the title is probably ending on Sunday.
I wouldn't doubt that.
Yeah, but we know what's going to happen, though. Don't we?
Potentially.
Tomorrow, the show is going to open with, well, there was a bit of a problem with last night's show. So tonight, I am going to add 2 sides to the ring. And we're going to have a 6 sides of steel match where there must be a winner to decide who the WWE champion is.
Oh my god.
No.
Nice.
They copied the fucking compound.
Exactly.
I would not be surprised if they suddenly went, yeah, we're doing a steel cage match on SmackDown.
They've already done Lethal Lockdown. They did it on WWE pay-per-view, remember? Ambrose and Jericho.
Yeah, but that one.
They've already copied TNA cage matches.
Remember, the storyline has a payoff with Jericho.
yeah, it certainly does.
The payoff is AJ gets to a singles feud with the club, which is a bit confusing for it to be a singles feud. And Dean goes from zero to sort of hero against Jericho to uber hero to zero in the space of about 2 months.
What about doing the three-way at Battleground and having both world titles on the line, and the first pinfall determines that champion, and the second pinfall determines that champion?
Because what if you get Dean pinning both?
Then there's no fighting necessary.
What needs to happen is Roman turns heel.
Right.
But it won't. Because he's a guy.
Yeah, he is a guy.
With a guy's courage. He knows nothing but a guy can hold his hand.
I don't even know what you're talking about anymore.
No guy with a powerful touch can find the golden grail. Oh, Flash. Oh.
Flash Gordon?
If Donald Trump can use "We Are the Champions" and not get repercussions from Brian May, I'm pretty sure I can get away with using Flash Gordon lyrics for a Raw review.
Good God.
Flash. Savior of the universe.
Well.
Not really.
We're almost done, man. Come on.
I know what will wake you up.
Go
Okay,
ahead.
let's see. Match was okay. I mean, yeah, there.
All right. Ashley, you have any more thoughts on the match?
I gave my effort. You happy? Now give me my damn paycheck so I can go home.
Oh, shit.
No, you're not Roman Reigns.
Exactly. There we go.
Roman's alive!
Nice. I approve this. I approve this very much so. Okay, so that's Raw. If you missed it,
Cesaro can be Timothy Dalton.
One step ahead there already. That was Raw. So that happened. It was nothing like the normal go-home show to a pay-per-view, obviously, because they're setting up for the draft tonight. So that being in mind, we're going to talk about the draft real quick. So there's a couple of rules. Just a couple of rules. Raw is the first overall pick. Because SmackDown is a 2-hour show and Raw is 3 hours and 38,000 minutes, for every 2 picks SmackDown gets, Raw gets 3.
200.
Tag team only counted as 1 pick unless the general manager or commissioner only want 1 member of the team. And 6 draft picks are officially from the NXT roster.
Wait, they literally just announced a new rule.
Please God, tell me you're.
The new rule is if you got caught doping, you can't be drafted.
Oh God, no, that's not true.
So Roman, fuck you.
With that first pick, Raw chooses Snoop Dogg.
Okay.
Smoke weed every day.
So okay, here's the thing.
Whoa! Get away from your microphone! Holy shit! It's like you were in my throat, you sexy bastard.
Dear Lord, there's not that many people that can be drafted according to this.
Yeah, how many of these people have failed wellness violations?
There's a lot.
Brock,
I think
Roman,
Cena's the only
Adam.
one.
Gee, Merry Christmas. Okay, let's talk about it. So,
Bailey's clean.
so you can, so you can,
Whoa!
so you can draft AJ Styles, Alberto Del Rio,
No, he can't be drafted.
Apollo Crews, Baron Corbin,
Billy Corgan.
Big Show, Braun
Big Show.
Strowman, Bray Wyatt, Brock Lesnar's listed. I thought he wasn't, but apparently he is. Cesaro, Chris Jericho, Darren Young with Bob Backlund, Dean Ambrose, Kane, Dolph Ziggler, Eric Rowan, Jack Swagger, John Cena, Kalisto, Kevin Owens, Mark Henry, Adrian Neville, Randy Orton, Roman Reigns, Rusev with Lana, which gets you the United States Championship.
Wait, Adrian Neville? I thought WWE forgot about him.
He's back on the roster. He returned on SmackDown this past week, didn't he?
No, he returned at house
On the
shows.
dark match on SmackDown, but
Yeah, he did a dark match on SmackDown. So yeah, he did return on SmackDown. It just wasn't something you could see unless you were there.
Oh, okay.
Sami Zayn, Seth Rollins, Sheamus, Sin Cara, The Miz with Maurice, which gets you the Intercontinental title, Titus O'Neil, and yes, Zack Ryder. Your tag teams are Fandango and Tyler Breeze, Enzo and Cass, the Good Brothers of Gallows and Anderson, Golden Truth.
hang on. Hold up there. There's a fucking video online of Russo getting ready for Raw by
Smoking weed.
blunt.
Yeah, I saw that. It's like, watch me toke
This
up
is the
while I
caption.
watch more. I
The
watch
caption
Raw.
just said the caption just says Vince Russo / Bubba Kush.
Yeah, I saw that.
Oh shit.
We have Golden Truth. We have the Shining Stars. All three members of the Social Outcasts. The Ascension. The Dudleys. All three members of the New Day, which gets you the tag titles. The Samoan Young Bucks, a.k.a. the Usos. The Vaudevillains. And those are your tag teams. Your female stars, Alicia Fox, Becky Lynch, Charlotte, which gets you the Women's Championship. Dana Brooke, Eva Marie, Naomi,
Oh, God.
Natalia, Paige, Sasha Banks, and Summer Rae. And
Yeah,
there,
Eva Marie's still alive, sadly.
and there are six
So
people to be drafted from
worth
the next
noting
seat.
there. It's worth noting there that there's possibly 5 for each brand.
Yep.
If they were to split it up, but that wouldn't make sense.
Yeah. There was rumors that the butterfly belt would not come back. The SmackDown Women's Championship would end up being a blue version of the women's title that we have now.
Oh, God.
In terms of the general rules, aside from those stars,
Mhm.
Raw has the number 1 pick. Because
Yes.
it's Raw, apparently. Also, since SmackDown is a 2-hour show and Raw is a 3-hour show, Raw gets 3 picks for every 2 that SmackDown does.
Yes, I mentioned this
So
from the beginning.
No, but the fact of the matter is with that, the level playing field already isn't level.
No, it's not level at all.
And along with that,
Those,
Raw
those
has a
tag-
cruiserweight division. What does
Those-
SmackDown have?
those tag teams that were mentioned could be split if... I don't know how they're going to work it out. Like, you know, Shane, Steph somehow deliberate amongst each other. Like, we'll have Enzo, you have Cass sort of thing. And then, of course, we've got these half dozen of picks off the NXT roster.
There's only 11 tag teams that can be drafted. Plus, most likely, American Alpha. So 12.
And probably 12 women. At least
Yeah.
11. At least 11.
I'd say 12 women.
There are some interesting notes, though, from Monsieur Meltz.
Ah, very nice. Continue.
Because he was talking on the MLW podcast. I think he does it with Court Bauer.
That is correct.
So, a couple of talking points regarding all of this stuff. WWE needs to get ratings up on both brands just to maintain the current TV rights deal. So it's not like they want one to go down and the other to go up. They want both to go up, and if they don't, it's a giant, giant failure. Then, of course, the only other serious revenue that WWE can then make is network subscriptions. And also, if WWE doesn't substantially increase the network subscriptions by the end of the year, which is the fourth financial quarter, then the brand split will be considered officially a downright failure. WWE is spending more money to produce SmackDown Live, but isn't getting any more money from USA to produce it. Social media numbers are worthless, otherwise they would have translated to an increase in live show attendance, which has been down on the whole over the last few years anyway. Roman hasn't helped the box office, but neither has Dean or Seth. Seen it a bit, and that no one helps the box office except the usual WrestleMania Band-Aids. Meltzer also said that he could see Vince thinking the rub of beating Brock should go to Big Cass because he's tall, blonde, and good-looking. Knowing Vince, that's scarily probably true.
Yeah.
Vince has lost his sense for the art of the finish. Most of the 50-50 booking's done because they need to fill time. Then, of course, when guys aren't over because they're not protected, it's a self-fulfilling prophecy in the eyes of management when a guy isn't over. So Vince is causing it. What a surprise. The casual fans abandoned the product because WWE kept inundating them with product, especially during the brand split when you had Raw, SmackDown, especially, well, because you're going to have Raw, SmackDown, and then 2 pay-per-views a month. So they're going to have 8 hours of television on Sunday through Tuesday every 2 weeks. And most casual fans are not going to choose all of that over following other sports and having other interests. You know, it's baseball season right now.
Damn straight it is.
But if you think about it, by the time we get to the fall, the NFL will be back in, the NBA will be back in, the NHL will be back in. Yeah, the baseball will be getting towards World Series time. I'm pretty sure there's other sports that Americans
College
follow.
basketball.
Yeah, but that's the same. That's the same as basketball, except it's a different league. I'm talking like, I mean, hell, there must be enough people that like golf because there's a freaking golf channel.
College football bowl season too.
I guess.
Yeah.
Yes, well, I don't know what the viewing figures are for soccer. They're probably not that good at the minute. Probably get some interest, but whatever. Either way, there's going to be plenty of other options for them to do it. And the thing is, as well, Vince's booking was good at playing to the casual fans, but they're not around anymore, and the only people who are still following are the diehards, aka the stupid people, who want a product to cater to them, not to the casual fans. Therefore, that's why you've got Vince wanting to take it in one direction, and the people that are actually loyally watching the product wanting to go in another. Vince is doing it for the casual fans who aren't fucking interested because, Also, keep in mind that this whole brand thing, if we take it as starting next week rather than tomorrow,
Right.
we are a fortnight from the Olympics, which is actually on USA as well. I'm guessing not on the days that the WWE is on.
Makes sense.
And I don't know whether there's any. I don't know what other major events are happening, around the same time that they're having their big shows, like SummerSlam and whatever. Whether it clashes with anything. And in fact, the fact that people were tuning out tonight just to see Trump's wife, I'm guessing that means next Monday they'll be tuning out to see Bill Clinton talk at the Democrat convention. That, who knows? This has got the potential to be a giant clusterfuck. And you know what? I'm going to enjoy covering it every bit.
Indeed.
If it's good, then it's good because it's good for the business. If it's not, I just look on and laugh, sipping.
Yeah, it will be interesting to see what happens tomorrow night.
Who do we think is going to be the sixth? Other than well, I think Balor's the obvious one.
American Alpha.
Alpha's probably going to be your second one in terms of tag division. That would be a sensible one.
That's your 12th tag team right there.
I'd say
Nia Jax.
Something between Nia Jax and Bayley, perhaps one or both.
I still think they're holding. Nia Jax was not on the TV tapings for NXT, and Bayley was.
But that's because she's in the thing for Asuka.
She's being built up with Asuka, so it makes sense
keep
that.
In mind, they dated Sasha Banks for all those weeks before she took on Bayley at last year's Brooklyn show.
Right.
So you could easily do that again and whatever.
Good.
Balor, Alpha, Bayley, Asuka, Nakamura, Bliss.
Austin. I think Austin.
Too many women.
Remember, you've got 10 women already.
Yeah.
Okay.
Take out Tamina's injured and Emma's injured, so then that's still even.
Asuka's not going anywhere.
Awesome.
Yeah. Asuka will be coming up probably possibly end of the year, I'd say.
Maybe.
Mania.
They might as well just shutter NXT before too long.
I mean,
Aries needs to be the face of NXT.
Aries makes more sense with NXT right now because he'll be able to work with Bobby Roode and Eric Young and stuff.
Exactly. It'll be like TNA, but way better.
Thinking about it, Aries could go up because if he's in this feud with, but he would be a perfect fit for Cruiserweight.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of small guys because Balor's above 2-0 something. Tommy, yeah, that's a possibility as well.
I would say Gargano and Ciampa.
No, they're the guys that are going to take over the babyface division for American Alpha.
Gargano would be a surprise considering, they're going for the tag belts. But I don't know, it might explain why he wasn't available for Yoppa.
We'll talk about that
next month. No, but obviously, he's. At first, I was thinking it was cruiserweight business, but now I'm sort of wondering whether this means he's making a fuller time appearance on NXT now. It doesn't have to be paid, full time, but whatever.
I think it's Balor, Alpha, Bayley, Nia, and Nakamura, and #6.
Yeah. I think it's going to be 3 guys, 1 tag team, and 2 women.
That makes sense.
And Balor is the only one that I'm pretty sure of that's going.
I think Alpha is probably a guarantee.
Despite the fact that bloody shitty flat Photoshop that was on his fucking Twitter. I don't know who put that together. It was bad.
I'd like to see Dillinger come up, but it's not going to happen.
It could be I've been hearing a lot of Dillinger being thrown around.
Well, that's the thing. If you can have Baron Corbin, Billy Corgan come up,
Right.
and Braun Strowman come up, and Dana Brooke come up,
Yeah, I'd
You can
love
have
it.
Ty Dillinger come up.
and arguably, to some extent, Tyler Breeze come up, and Apollo Crews come up.
Mm-hmm.
Less Tyler, but when he came up, they sort of did nothing with him anyway.
Nope.
And Apollo was brought up way too soon. That's
Oh,
why
yeah.
if they do bring Nakamura up, it makes sense because obviously they want to get the Japanese watching the network, and also it would probably piss off New Japan considering they're starting the G1, and not only was one of their stars taken from them, and reportedly, even though he wasn't just a star for them, a second one may or may not have been signed up by developmental, thanks to his Cruiserweight Classic performances.
We'll get to that.
Hint, hint, it's sort of fucking obvious, and it's not Tajiri, but we'll talk about that Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Or if it comes up tomorrow, depending whether he's... If they just suddenly put him on Raw. Oh, what if they do that? What if they take some of these people that they've got through the Cruiserweight and just say, you're on Raw?
Maybe. You gotta build cruiserweights in this.
That's why I think it's Balor Alpha, Bayley, Nia Jax, Nakamura, and then probably a cruiserweight would be that 6.
I mean, Aries would be the perfect fit.
Aries would be a great one if they would be commit to it. But I honestly think that they could still do something with Aries in NXT.
Yeah.
But I would love to see Aries on the main roster.
I'm guessing you'd argue then that Cena would be on Raw because of what they're saying, because of the glass ceiling stuff.
I'm thinking it's a I think it's more of a possibility now because Cena was supposed to be on SmackDown, and that's all the rumors that we've been hearing. But he may end up on Raw now.
It's hard to tell because for him it is very much like a Lesnar situation, isn't it?
Right.
Because I think the only shows that he's booked on confirmed are the UK show in September and the trip to Manila.
Yeah, he's totally done with this.
The trip to Manila and China that same week, which is the week of the whatever brand pay-per-view Backlash is going to be on September 11th.
Right.
Because tickets are not available for that.
Of course not.
No, but tickets are available for Clash of Champions.
Jeez.
That's how much, they don't know where that is. Even though they did confirm it. You can't go to WWE events and go, I want to book tickets. It's like, huh? I find it odd as well that they're doing a one-off London show.
Yeah, we'll talk about that on Wednesday.
Because that was always confirmed beforehand. But it just was like, it didn't fit. It's just...
It'll be on the net. It's not going to be on the network either, so.
But, I'm trying to work out as well where you put the champs. Because if the cruiserweights are going to be exclusive to Raw, does that mean the women are going to be exclusive to SmackDown?
I would think so, but I don't know.
If it's breaking the glass ceiling, the Divas Revolution and the Women's Revolution thing would epitomize that to some extent. But then again, of course, if the viewing figures do not go up for Raw, or for SmackDown, sorry, because it's got the women on it, that's gonna set. And also, if that in that case, what the fuck happens when Total Bellas comes on?
Bad things.
Because does that mean Total Bellas is going to be on Sunday? Because if it's on Tuesday and it's going head to head with SmackDown,
So the world's gonna explode.
especially if the women are actually on that same show, and the women's match is at the same time as when Total Bellas is on.
Right.
I've got a feeling the day on that is going to change to something.
It's a likelihood that it'd be the case.
Then, of course, that would mean 9 hours of wrestling-related content on network television, of course.
Oh God, why? Too much.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see. It'd be interesting to see how they present it as well. You know, will we get the reveal of actual announce? Because you'd have thought with the announce team situation, they're going to have to be different announce teams for different shows.
Right.
Byron isn't going to be able to do both because Vince has said we want competition.
Right.
And if we're going back to the old days of the old draft, the commentators were always rallying for their guys in their matches, especially when it was the interbrand stuff.
Right, of course.
So in that sense, I mean, Corey would be an interesting replacement, but then of course, would Corey become face?
No, I doubt it.
But that's the thing. Jerry Lawler's shit as a face.
What if Lawler goes back to Raw?
No. I don't. 3-hour shows, man. 3-hour shows. The other thing as well, though, because of the fact that SmackDown's going to be live, that means if they do anything, that means, like, because obviously previously when you did the spoilers and whatever, you weren't going to get the news until it was, like, 10 or 11 o'clock local time.
Right.
Because it's live, you're guaranteed to basically know about it before midnight, no matter where you are in the country.
Yeah, definitely.
Because obviously, whatever happens in LA would be at 5 p.m. their time, so it's 8 Eastern. So, I mean, I don't know. It's
a lot of questions tomorrow for sure.
It's 19 or so hours away, at least as of we're going live.
Uh-huh.
In fact, if you're probably watching this, it's already happened. You're watching this in the archive.
Yes.
But yeah, it's a big choice that needs to be made. And because it's Vince McMahon in charge of it, I have a vote of no confidence.
Exactly. So when we do our SmackDown podcast, we're going live at 10. Like I said, Travis is going to be providing up to the minute drafting information since they're going to be that last hour on the network. So we'll have that.
Yeah, boy.
And we'll do the normal way.
That's of course if you don't fall asleep, though, Travis.
I'm preparing by staying up tonight.
Oh,
hang on, that's not good.
Staying up and doing this. Jesus.
Oh, fucking Pokemon, stop.
So that's what we've got tomorrow. That's going to be at 10 p.m. As soon as SmackDown ends, we'll go live. And we will be your post-show. So stay tuned here on the Popcast Network. Wednesday Wrestling Popcast is going to be 10 p.m. because of Cruiserweight Classic on Wednesday, so stay tuned for that. We're going to be talking about Night 1 of the G1 Climax. We're going to be talking about Evolve. We're going to be talking about Ring of Honor. We're going to be talking about TNA Impact. We're going to be talking about the final part of Ultima Luchados for Lucha Underground, and all the news and rumors around the professional wrestling world, as we do every single Wednesday. And the Sunday night, Battleground, Popcast, 11:30 p.m., and of course Raw on Monday. So
You know what I'm glad we don't talk about this week?
I know
Don't talk about Impact.
God. Yeah, TNA is going to be a week behind because of their taping schedule. So the Wednesday Wrestling Podcast for next week is going to be talking about this week's TNA show. So, I also will state that we don't know what we're doing with covering SmackDown. It'll most likely be covered on Wednesday, unless something drastic happens, like they only draft the good people to SmackDown and then we're screwed. So, I would say it'll probably be covered on Wednesday, but if anything changes, I'll let you guys know, of course. Travis, any last thoughts before we sign off?
I'm a level 69 in Pokemon Go, dudes.
Oh, boy.
Let's go catch a wild Donald Trump.
Only in the fall. Only in the fall.
It's not that long, gentlemen. It's not that long.
Will.
I won't be there, so it's an extra 365 days for me.
Not really, because by that time, both of these things will be gone.
It's all gone, man. It's all gone good. Go, go, go.
Will, last thoughts?
No.
Ashley?
Sorry, I can't keep a straight face for that.
You just get used to it.
The next 48 hours are going to be interesting. Especially if in the middle of SmackDown, as they're about to go, Brock Lesnar's being drafted to X brand, they suddenly go,
Brock Lesnar has tested positive for steroids, and
I'll be like, so yeah. It's an Eddie Murphy and Nick Nolte situation. We just got to see what the next 48 hours bring us.
Oh, nice. So, yeah.
Well, I was going to say the next 3 days, but, TNA.
At least we don't see the final deletion ever again.
Plus, I've seen pictures of the Young Bucks with the Hardys. They don't even hate each other.
Yes.
What's that all about?
Exactly.
Kayfabe isn't dead. Kayfabe is dead. Kayfabe is dead, motherfuckers. Still real to me, damn it.
So that's going to end tonight's edition of the Wednesday Wrestling Podcast. Oh my God, it's been a long day. I'm so tired. So that's the end of
the show's only gone about an hour and 45 minutes.
I'm still tired. It's been a long day. Okay, so we got a lot coming up this week. SmackDown tomorrow should be interesting. Maybe for a good reason, maybe for a bad reason. I think there'll be a lot of surprises. Some people brought up some that should be, some that maybe not necessarily. It just kind of depends. The supplemental draft will be the most interesting, to be honest.
Keep in mind, if they say something like Mysterio and like names which aren't even on the roster, because I've pretty much heard that there's going to be at least a couple, not from the NXT stuff, but a couple of names that are going to be mentioned who are people that were on the brand that are coming back.
Yep.
And by the way, Mr. Helms, there's a cruiserweight division happening. I think you made the wrong move.
Yeah. So that is the show. That is your Raw Popcast for tonight. I want to thank everyone for joining us tonight. Before we end, as always, Travis.
Follow the buzzard.
And in layman's terms,
follow
that's at Travis
him on
Coaster on
Twitter.
Twitter.
Coaster.
Will.
You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at HHNDawg, the link to my YouTube channel, will be in the description bar down below.
YouTube channel. Ow! Werewolves of London. Ow!
Oh, gosh.
Oh, that's a good one. Like, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel for more great content coming soon. And
Like that.
as always, until the next wrestling podcast or Horror Nights podcast or one of my own videos, I will see you in the doghouse.
Ashley.
Follow me on Twitter at Ashley My Name UK. Check out the podcast work that I've done at SNS Radio Network at snsradionetwork.com, along with a whole heap of other podcasts and the other guys there. Game with Ash, talking Pokemon Go, CSGO. There was probably something else that didn't have the word go in, but I can't remember whether I put it in the notes that I sent to Owen last night. Probably not. And yeah.
All right. Check out the network on Twitter at Popcast Network. Check out myself on Twitter at Sir Owen Disney. And check out our Zazzle store here on the network. It is Popcast Network. Facebook fan page is Popcast Network. And check out my channel as well. Links to all of our YouTube channels are going to be in the description bar. And I will let you guys and girls out there know that this is the first of 3 straight days of wrestling content here on the Popcast Network. Thursday, Sip and Snack Random Flavors returns. Friday, AJ's movie reviews is Star Wars, god dang, long day. Star Trek Beyond, as well as Lights Out, and a couple other films as well. So that's coming Friday. Saturday, Sip and Snack. Sunday will be Versus. So that, I will promise you, I will probably be more awake so much that I wouldn't make as many mistakes as I did tonight. Thanks, everyone, for joining us. Shout out to Acer in chat, Acer5000 on YouTube, at Acer1337. Yes, in a row for all the podcasts you should listen to, wrestling and or otherwise. And that's the show for tonight. Join us tomorrow for the draft and Wednesday for the Wednesday Wrestling Podcast. And as always, in a world where there are a billion wrestling podcasts, we're very pleased that once more you have chosen a Popcast. And speaking of that, the little birdie told me there may or may not be a Horror Nights one coming up this Saturday night.
Oh!
Tentatively, of course.
It's just this week we'll be doing a little Jingle Bell Rock.
Card subject to change, and if you just announced recently, if you want to check out the Horror Nights podcast from the elite of the Popcast Network, we're available on iTunes, Stitcher, and Google Play now, so check that out if you want to watch the Horror Nights podcast. So that being said, thank you guys and girls out there for watching, and until tomorrow, boys and girls, that's all we got to say about that.
WWE gives you 5 hours of wrestling content. We give you 50.
You know the sound that Owen will make when the number 1 draft pick is this.
Come, Fergal! You're